My name is Angela Allen Johnson, and I have been a homeowner since 1992. I bought my first this house in 92 after my divorce. I came back home with my two children, and I bought this home actually through a HUD program as well. It was you had to make under $10,000 a year, and I know that sounds unheard of to be purchasing a home, but there were a lot of perks. They helped you a lot. They really helped me get into this home. So I've been always very grateful for being able to do this. I'm an early childhood educator specializing in challenging behaviors. I have two daughters of my own. I have two grandchildren. I have two and a half. My youngest daughter's pregnant, so we're expecting our third grandchild in March of next year. So I'm over the moon. Like I said, I'm a retired early childhood educator. I'm also in ministry. I'm also an author. I'm just kind of busy. But my retirement 2 years ago, I was looking around my home, and my father, who originally would take care of the things in my home, is now 86 years old, and so he's not able to do what I could call him to do. And so a couple years ago, when I retired, I started looking at my house and thought, I need to really I got to take some care of this investment because this is my biggest investment. So I really got to take care of it. And that's when I reached out to Habitat and asked them if there was a repair program or, something to help the elderly. I'm semi-elderly. I'm kind of elderly. I said, do you have any, for retirees or whatever? And they presented me with two options, and this is the option that I chose. They came in and did amazing work. I worked with John. I can't remember John's last name,
Yes,
but
Mr.
I
John.
worked with John. Yeah, we became the best of friends. I hated when it was all over with because he and I had become such good friends. I got window treatments on all of my windows. I had a new bathroom because I was having trouble getting in and out of the tub. So they replaced that with a shower. They replaced the kitchen sink. They replaced the hot water heater. I got central cooling and heating. My gutters were repaired all the way around my house with the those things that drain. I don't know what they're called, but those things that drain on the side of the house. All of the Habitat workers were excellent. They were excellent. They came in, the people that Habitat contracts with, they came in, they did their work, they cleaned up. Sometimes it was raining, sometimes there was leaves. They always made sure they put down plastic so they wouldn't get a lot of debris in my house. They were all very kind, all very welcoming. The very first day, I had a yard full of volunteers, and John was telling me to come out and to introduce myself. And I thought, maybe it was like one or two people. And so I didn't put on any makeup. I just kind of went outside, and it was like a group of people. And I punched him and I said, I don't even have on any makeup. And he thought he would die laughing. I said, I have to give a speech with no makeup. And so he just laughed and he told them, and they all laughed. And they worked very hard. Everybody that worked on this project worked very, very hard. From cutting bushes outside, they were out there first thing in the morning until well into the afternoon. I couldn't be more pleased. I had an issue with something and I called back. Habitat called the contractor. They came out and fixed it. Because sometimes you don't know if your parts work or not, and so it has been an amazing experience for me. And I would tell anybody that is looking into this program, it is really beneficial.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing. I know John was really grateful for your partnership too. You were really great to work with, so and still to work with. Um, would you speak a little bit to how, now that we know what work has been done, how that impacted your day to day life and long term?
I think the design of the program is to keep you in your neighborhood. And like I said, I've been here since '93. I've seen people come and go. I know my neighbors. It's an area where the people are older, so there's not a lot of children. And at this age, that's a real benefit. Unless I want to go see my grandchildren, I kind of like it quiet. And so I was able to stay in my home without almost putting a second mortgage on it to get all of that work done that was done. I wouldn't have been able to afford it out of pocket. I would have, been getting one window at a time. I guess I don't know, trying to trying to make sure. But they came in and did everything, and because of the sponsors and donors, I'm able to pay a fraction of that back a month, and it did help me stay in my home, which was the ultimate goal.
Fantastic. Great. That's exactly what we love to hear. That somebody's interacted like that. So for the program, we've talked about the repairs you received and the impact that's had on you, and that you would recommend it to others. Do you know, has it had an effect on anything outside of yourself? So
What it did was it took a heavy weight off of me, because when you're working full time and then you're running around, you really don't spend a lot of time in your home. I mean, you think you do, but you're in and out a lot. But when you're here all day, every day, you start to be concerned about the foundations of your home cracking, or your heating and cooling. You start thinking about that. Since this is your biggest investment, you want to take care of it as much as you can. And I told you, my father and my brother have just been instrumental. I've been single for more than 30 years. So my father and my brother have been instrumental in helping. Well, they're both at the age where they can no longer help me. And so their eyesight is declining, and their hearing is declining. And so I really started to think, where am I going to go to get the help that I need? And I have had a friend who um, got her house rebuilt completely. I mean, a total rehaul. And I was thinking about her, and I was wondering, well, I don't need a total rehaul. I just need, some a touch up here and a little of this there. And Habitat came to mind. So that was the first place that I came, that I went to, and I called them and told them my situation, and they were very helpful. They gave me the options, all the options that they had. They said they had a program that I did not know about prior. I did not know that there was a Habitat program for older people who had retired and who needed to work on their home. So when I contacted them, because looking at it every day, I'm thinking, if I don't do something soon, it might be irreparable. And so contacted them, talked to them. They came out just as gracious, did above and beyond. I put sweat equity. One of the things you have to do is put sweat equity into the home. So I was doing everything. I was dragging leaves to the curb. I was painting. I was doing everything. I was like, would you like lunch? Does anyone want coffee? I was doing everything that I could think of to make sure that they had an easy go at it. And the people that came were just so gracious and so nice. And, it was a very positive experience that I would tell any of my friends. As a matter of fact, I already have told a lot of my friends about the program, and I don't know how it's been affected by COVID-19, but I've told my friends, when their sponsorship goes back up or goes back into effect, then that's something that they might want to look into. Single women like myself that live in their homes alone and are not able to do the repairs that are necessary. And they've been very grateful for the information.
great. Thank you so much for your recommendations and sharing your experience with us, and for all you do. Like she mentioned, she was featured in one of our recent solicitation mailings that we've sent out. She's let me interview her before and again today, and she does really post about us and help spread the word. So we're really appreciative of you and all that you do for us. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm so pleased with your program and the people you contract with and the people you work with, the people in the office. It has just been an extremely positive experience for me.